Hello friends, welcome to our channel Testing Talks Latest. In today's video I am going to explain top 10 Java programs asked in the Selenium interviews. Subscribe our channel for the latest interview questions and tutorials. I am going to share my screen for explaining the different programs asked in the Selenium interviews. So first question is how to reverse a string. This question asked for me in Capgemini and Analytics. So for this, in Java I created a class reverse string and used main. This is the main method. This is the Java program to run when execute the class. We can also use a test annotation to run this program, like can create a test and import a test annotation, and later we can have a method with public void and write reverse string or execution. Within this execution method we can write whatever the program you want to have to run. So this thing from string SDET to Selenium until system out print ln reverse, can place it within part of execution, or we can create this method as anything like reverse string also. So this is can be done with Selenium. So throughout this document I used main method, so we can modify it to according to our requirement based on Selenium requirements. So for this program we have taken the string Selenium and created a string reverse, and so started from end of the string until 0 index by decrementing I minus 1 equals to I equal to I minus 1, means each time one index it will decrease. So if it is 4 and 4, 8 characters, it will start from 7th index, which is M. So it will add M to reverse string, like reverse equals what is reverse initially it is black, so plus M. So in first loop it will add M to string reverse, and next it will be decrement to 6 and it will add reverse equals to reverse plus U. So already it is M, now it will be append M to U. So like this, in reverse format it will append the string by character wise, and it will make our reverse string as MUINELES. So this will print here system out println reverse and reverse string rev string with name rev will be print here. Original string Selenium and reverse string will be printed. So like this we can reverse a string. And next common question in the interviews is how to check string is palindrome or not. This question can be asked like whether a string can be formed as palindrome or not. I have made videos on this, whether to check string is palindrome or whether string can be formed palindrome. String can be formed as palindrome or not is a complex. You have to check so each and every character in a string and how many times it is repeated, so that if it is most of the characters evenly repeated can be formed into a palindrome, and one single odd count characters can be added to the string for make palindrome. That is different case. Anyway, to check string is palindrome or not, we can reverse the string and check that current string and reverse string is same or not. So in this case we have reversed the string, as like in the previous question we have taken the end index and continued until the 0 index and added to the reverse rev string, and check that if string str, which is the string given, and reverse string form, if it is same, that is palindrome. Means palindrome is a string like both the characters in end and starting will be same. So as you see, m in the start index and last index is same, and second character a, next last character a is same, and middle character, it is when you reach to middle character it is the single character. If it is multiple characters it should be dd. So means this character, third character and fourth character will be same. So this way we can check whether a string is palindrome or not. So you can check by reversing the string, or we can also check by incrementing. We can define two variables, start and end, and start you can define as 0 and end you can define as string dot length str dot length -1, and incrementing start and decrementing end indexes, and each time you check start and end indexes having same characters or not, and so by incrementing start and decrementing end you can compare both sides are having same characters. That is better check for this, but it is easy to check in this way, like reversing the string. Next is how to find duplicate characters in a string. This is most common interview question, most common Java interview question in many interviews. Even recently it is asked in one of my LTI Mindtree interview. So for this, to find the duplicate characters, we are going to use HashMap and count the character and place it into the map. So for this we are defining HashMap with the name as map, and string str is defined with the text automation. When we look to each and every character, so string to char array make string str to str dot to char array makes string str to char array, so that our automation will be like a u t, like this to the end of the string. So it will be our char array will have each and every characters in automation by splitting into chars, so that when you read each character from this string automation and add it to map. So what we are doing is, C is the character, in initial case it is A, so adding char A and map getter default. In the case if it is 0, char C is 0, it will increment 1. So initially default A will not have any count for the map, so it will be 0, so it will increment 1 by using getter default method. and if any characters is repeated at 6th index A is repeated, that case it will be updated to default to 2. So like that our string will be added to the hash map with the in next loop we are looping our map using map.keyset. So this will return the number of keys in the map if map.getC. Map.getC will return the value of the character. If A have 2 count, it will return 2 in this case. So map will be like this. A 2 comma U 1. So in this way map.getC means map.get A. C is will be replaced with the key values in the map. So map.get of A, which is equals to 2, means it is repeated. If char count is greater than 1, it will print which is duplicated. So this way which character is duplicated we can find using HashMap, and it can be done with O of n time complexity. And next question is how to count number of words in a string. So to count number of words in a string, we have given string str equal to Selenium WebDriver Java, and we are using string.split and given regular expression format \space. This second first backslash to escape the backslash, and backslash is used to find the space. So in a case if Selenium and WebDriver words are having lot of space, also our script will deal and divide this complete string into multiple words. If you use single space, this could be a problem. So in a case if multiple spaces are there, our string will be divided into based on the spaces, and spaces will be recognized as the words. So better to use \s to find words in a complete string. In this case it will return words.length as 3 because it will split our string based on the space and return the how many words in the string. Next question as part of the many interviews is find largest number in an array. To find largest number, we'll define a variable with first value as largest. We are assuming here. So and making max as array of 0 means 10, and looping from index 1 to until end of the array, and if any of the array value is greater than our max, we are assigning max equals to array of 5. So while looping 1, we will try to find array of 1, 25 is greater than 10, so that max equals 25 now, and later when it is reached to 50, it will be greater than our max value 25, and it will be assigned to max equal 50. So and later there is no array values are greater than 50, so our max value is 50 will be printed here. So this way we can find max length of the array easily. Next question which is common in interviews is how to sort an array without using sort method. We can use arrays.sort method, but that is a single line statement to sort. In interviews they will ask slight detailed question and answer for the questions, so that they will ask complete program. So for this we can use multiple sort options: merge sort, insertion sort, bubble sort. So bubble sort, other things. So in this question, in this answer, we used by incrementing from 0 index and use the nested loop for checking the each next value from the index. So if you start with index 0, by incrementing j equal to I plus 1, we are checking all these next values, and if you take index 1, it will check all the values from the index 2, 3, 4, and checking if next value r of j is greater than array of 0. We are using one temporary variable to place array of y, and replacing array of I means index 0, 5 to index 1. So in the case where we are checking 0, 1, it will be replaced like index 0 with index 1, means in the place of 5 it will come to 2, and in the place of array of j here, in the place of 2, we are placing temporary variable. Temporary variable already stored with 5, hence array of j equals to 2. So this is the format needed for replacing the values, because without temporary variable it will be automatically array of I automatically replaced to 2, and if you make array of j equal to array of I, it will be again 2. So that way it won't work, so we have to use temporary variable to replace. So this way we'll replace all the higher values from the sequence 0, and from the sequence 1 we'll replace which is greater in the next index values. So like this we can make our array is sorted or not. Next common question is that swap two numbers without using third variable. If we use the temporary variable, it is easy to do, but as the interviewer asks, it can be without using third variable. For this we can add two numbers. In this case a becomes 10 plus 20, 30. Once a become 30, we can remove b20 from 30, means at present a equal to 30 and b equals to 20. Now when we minus 20 from 30, now b equals to 10. A equal to 30 now, and b equals to 10. If we remove 30 minus 10, it will be 20 and will assign to a. So initially we are making a equals to a plus b and removing whatever the new value a from removing b from a, that makes b equals to 10, and by removing whichever the new value b 10 from 30, a becomes 20. So this way we swap the values a and b without using third party variable. So next common question is how to count character occurrence. So one of the character occurrence, if it is, we can use for loop and check that how many times it is repeated by equal each character with the search character. If it is multiple, all the characters to be repeated, we can use HashMap like earlier by using map.put. In this way, it is single character. We are looping through each and every character of the string and check that if it is equal to such character E. In the case if it is equal, we are incrementing count, which is initialized count equal 0 earlier, and it will be increased. So with this, E, which is repeated 2 times, will print as such E occurs number of times, count 2 times. This way we can count the number of characters repeated and how many times, so means single character repeated and how many times. Next question is how to remove the duplicate elements from array. To remove the duplicate elements from array, we can add it to hash set. Hash set will take only unique values. So once we added, we can print the set which contains unique values. So we have created hash set integer to add with the new hash set initialization, and by looping array and adding the each number in the array to set by using set.add. Next common question is find the missing number in array. In this sequence we have sequential values 1 2 3 4 5, means 4 is missed, but this sequence is 1 2 3 4 5 6, which is incrementing one value each time. So as we know by mathematical formula, sequential array will be having the formula like n into n plus 1 by 2. This will be sum of the sequence. So here n equals to array dot length. So instead of n equals 6, we can place array dot length. So this means we need not use array dot length, but so number of characters we can use array of length plus 1. Since one sequential character is missed, means based on the condition this can be done in this case, and total sum we are getting n into n plus 1 by 2, and we are counting the array values by using array sum and adding the each array value. So now array sum is sum of these values excluding 4, and this is the sum including 4. When we minus total sum with array sum, it will be missing number. We can even simplify this. We can use array loop for int I equal to 0, I less than array dot length minus 1, I plus plus. So if array of I plus 1 minus array of I is not equals to 1, return array of I plus 1. So this will return the first missing number. So if next value is missed also here, for example 2 is missed and 4 is missed, in that case we can return first missed value. But by checking with sequence, multiple misses are found in the sequence, this cannot be easily found. So this next approach, by comparing the by seeing the difference between next value and the first value is not equals to 1, and returning array of I plus 1 is which is the missed value, is better in this case. So we can use the methods based on our requirement. So this will return the array of plus I plus 1. In case there is no missed value, we can print return -1. This is how we can print the missed value. So these are all the common questions in interviews, guys. I'm going to share this link for you in the video description. Subscribe our channel for the latest interview questions and tutorials, and thanks for your support.